Everyone told me not to go here, so of course, I went by myself. This is El Salvador. I was just in Panama, so make sure to check out that video. Panama is only a 2-hour flight away from El Salvador, so I thought, why don't I go check it out?
I look so crazy. I am on the way to El Salvador, my 30th country. I have a 2-hour drive to the hotel, so I'll get there around 11 p.m., hopefully. And then I have to get up at 5:30 for the hike.
It is 6:30. I got my hiking outfit on. I got my hiking hair on. And I am driving an hour now to the base of the volcano. I was so excited to see the Santa Ana Volcano, but I knew that it was going to be a struggle from the beginning.
How many kilometers is the hike? Only 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is my guide.
Hi guys.
All I saw when I was planning the trip was a gorgeous blue crater lake, and I wasn't really concerned about the logistics on how I was gonna get there at the time I was planning. As painful as this was, I think it was amazing that I still found the energy reserves somewhere in me to start this hike and complete it, because on the drive there, everything in me was telling me to turn around and go back to sleep, and I didn't. And that is a muscle that you can build, because once you start pushing yourself to do things, even if you're tired, even if you don't want to do it, you have the most amazing life when you do it anyway.
I think I made a friend. We have reached the first lookout, but it is a little unconventional and super windy. Okay guys, we're in the final stretch. I can see the top. Thank God I can see the top lights. This is no joke. We're getting close, but it's too windy, I suppose. And too windy to reach very high.
As much as I didn't want to be there during the first 3 kilometers of the hike, when I reached the summit and see this incredible bright blue lake, it all started to become worth it.
Oh my God. It's beautiful, brighter blue than the photos.
Not only did I see the crater lake and reach the top of the Santa Ana volcano, but I could also see another giant bright blue lake from the summit, and the view was incredible. As I'm getting down to the bottom of the mountain, all I can think about is eating something. When we get to this restaurant, I don't even care what they put in front of me. I will eat it. What they happened to put in front of me was a hot, fried, cheesy, meat-filled pupusa, and it was incredible.
That's pretty good. It's hard to go wrong with a pork and cheese, but the outside is super crispy, and then the inside is really soft. You can taste the cornmeal, the salt from the cheese.
And what better way to finish my first day in El Salvador than to learn how to make this dish? My next stop was a cooking class. I feel like a cooking class is something you have to do in every new place you travel to, because there is so much range of what a cooking class can entail. I arrived to this cooking class, which is at a hostel, and I had actually never been to a true hostel before. No one knows each other, everyone's kind of awkward, they're all coming from different places. The only thing that you can really do is make small talk. I know it might seem like I'm very bubbly on camera, but when I'm in big social settings, I get really shy. It was really challenging to make sure that I was filming everything and not really drawing too much attention to myself. Let's talk about actually making the pupusas. We had an amazing demonstration from our teacher. The first step was preparing the ingredients, and we had a huge assortment of vegetables, meat, and cheese to put in our pupusas. The next step is making the dough, and first you have to make them into what I would call a large meatball and flatten it, stuff it with the ingredients, fold it back up like an empanada, and then turn it back into a meatball while it is still stuffed with all the ingredients. The only step left is to cook them. I was offered the opportunity to be challenged with making a pupusa Blindfolded. If I hadn't been vlogging this trip, I would not have volunteered to be the one to make a pupusa blindfolded, but I knew it was gonna be good for content and fun for you guys. So I am up against 3 other volunteers at the hostel to make our pupusas blindfolded. Let me tell you guys, I did not win. I go to put the pupusa down on the grill and I ask everyone, is this a good spot? They tell me yes, so I throw the pupusa down. I think I'm in the clear. And no, I in fact was not in the clear. Although I lost the pupusa making competition, I still had the best part of the class in front of me because it was time to eat them. This was such a great skill to learn, and one of the best souvenirs that I have ever brought back with me from a trip was knowing how to make pupusas. My final stop in my trip to El Salvador was hiking the 7 waterfalls. There are people of all ages on this hike, bringing their dogs and their kids, so I thought, how hard can it be? There were also a lot of reviews on Google saying how easy it was and anyone can do it.
There's coffee plants all around the hike. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to put my feet in the water. It's so hot out. River. And I can see the first waterfall. Everything is so green. I'm dumping. I'm going in. Oh, shit. Oh, not deep enough.
I'm at the base of this waterfall. There are 2 ropes. I'm not really convinced that they are going to hold my weight, but taking a chance.
We have to rappel up here.
There's no helmets, not really any clear footholds, and very slippery rocks.
Well, after risking my life for some content, we made it to the 5th waterfall. Waterfall number 6. Waterfall 7.
This was such an incredible hike and my favorite thing that I did in El Salvador, and I almost didn't go. It can be really hard to travel, especially when you're tired, and it can be really hard to push yourself when you're alone. I could have stayed in bed all day at the hotel, and instead I decided against all odds to do this hike anyway, and now I have such an incredible memory from it. Life is so much better when you go the extra mile to do things, even if you don't feel like doing them. Think about one of your favorite memories. Did that happen in the comfort of your own home? Probably not. While it can feel comfortable to stay at home or not do something when you're tired, life is so much better when you get out of your comfort zone, get out of your house, and just try. If you don't like it, you can always go back home or go do something else, but I am so glad that I pushed myself to go on this hike and have an incredible memory from it. This was such an amazing trip, and I'm so grateful I got to share it with you guys. I'll see you in the next video.